If you want to play your own romance story, check out Isekaigen, the text RPG I've built. Promo code in the description. Oh yeah, time for the classic popular girl meets random nobody trope. Recent years have given us some unique anime of that category, so here are 10 romance anime where the popular girl falls for the unpopular boy. Let's go.
Nani それなんかはずいじゃんやっぱリュウトって変わってるね
Time to meet the gynophobic dude. Ryuto Kashima is basically allergic to talking to girls, so when his friends dare him to confess to Runa Shirakawa, the most popular girl in class, he's fully expecting to get crushed. Instead, she says yes, and just like that, his whole world flips upside down. Only problem, Ryuto wants to keep the relationship a secret because dating the most popular girl brings some problems.
ギャルだ。どこへ出しても恥ずかしくない立派なギャルだ。
あの子めっちゃ可愛くない
Yes, I know this isn't that level of peak, but this also could have been a 2-episode gag where the popular girl says yes and the show just coasts on that. It doesn't. Ryuto's whole "why would anyone want me" mess gets an actual explanation, and there is also a good romantic progression here for a school romance anime. This also feels like a toned-down version of My First Girlfriend is a Gal, so you can actually watch it on a family TV.
こういうところですよ夏川さんあ漂ってくる香りがどうだ
どっちでもいいかも
そりゃないぜ
Wataru Sajo spent years openly confessing to his crush Aika Natsukawa and getting shot down every single time. Until one day, he just stopped. Dude was, nope, sipping must have a limit. He decides she's never going to like him back and moves on. Naturally, the second he lets go, Aika starts acting strange around him and starts to wonder if giving him up was a mistake.
愛花さん
何
いや何も
私日直だから
What actually sold me on this one is Shinomiya Rin. She's not just the other girl, she's got her own whole thing going on. And watching Wataru accidentally become important to people who aren't Aika ends up being more satisfying than the will they won't they stuff. It's also nice the show has a main character trying to move on. I mean, he doesn't move on, but at least his character arc involves trying to move on.
黒岩くんって猫好きなんだ私も一緒に見たいにゃ
Mona Kawai is the undisputed queen bee, the kind of girl who becomes the center of attention just by walking into a room. The transfer student Medaka Kurowa shows up and doesn't care, even a little. Turns out he's training to become a monk and has sworn off exactly the kind of attention Mona is famous for giving people. So obviously, she takes that as a personal challenge and goes all in trying to crack him. Now, obviously, the elephant in the room is the ways Mona tries to seduce Medaka, and if the roles were reversed, this is either going to be a disaster or a popular Wattpad story for our female Wattpad audience. But if you ignore the elephant and kick him out, you get some nice character chemistry here, and Season 2 already got greenlit, which tells you how many people got hooked watching a monk in training accidentally become the most wanted guy in school.
見学してもいいですか
三次元女子
1年の天野リリサと言います私漫画大好きなんです
After getting rejected hard, Masamune Okamura retreats into anime and manga and decides to run the school's manga research club in peace. Then cosplayer Ririsa Amano barges into his quiet life and talks him into becoming her personal photographer for a whole cosplay project built around their shared favorite character. Right as Masamune starts falling for the cosplay world, his childhood friend Mikari Tachibana reappears as a working model and decides the best way to get his attention is to become a cosplayer herself too.
すごいなミカリ完璧なミリエラじゃないか
先輩が私を見て喜んでる こんなの初めて。
This is one of those shows where you can't cleanly call it one genre. It's harem, it's a peek behind the curtain at cosplay culture, it's a slow burn childhood friend romance, and somehow none of that feels like too much at once. 24 episodes is a big ask for a rom-com, and they use every single one of them, letting Ririsa and Mikari circle Masamune from completely different angles without either girl feeling like a placeholder. This feels like a spiritual successor for My Dress-Up Darling, so if you love that, give this one a go.
振られたことないからよくわからないな。
モテゼリフだね。
Alright, friendzone bros, come together. This one's for you. Kazuhiko Nukumizu calls himself a background character and is totally fine with that. Right up until he accidentally witnesses popular girl Anna Yanami get rejected by her childhood friend crush. Anna drags him into her heartbreak whether he likes it or not. And before long, two more girls, track star Lemon Yakishio and Shy Literature Club member Chika Komari, pull him into their own romantic disasters.
ぬくみずくん、そういうところじゃないかな。友達がいないの。
大きなお世話だ。
ちょっと蓋持ってて。
This one picked up award-winning honors for a reason. What gets me is the irony baked right into the title. These are the heroines who don't win the guy, and somehow that makes you root for them harder if they had. A1 Pictures made the whole thing gorgeous too, especially during the big confession scenes, and Anna alone is worth it. It's easily one of my favorite girls this decade. Yes, this doesn't have romantic progression like the others, but it's totally worth the watch.
おい渡辺、大丈夫か。こんなことある？
Jiro Yakuen has been in love with his childhood friend Shiori Sakurazaka forever. So naturally he wants to be paired with her for his school's strange I wish my school had it marriage practical. Here random boy-girl pairs live like married couples and get graded on it. Instead he gets stuck with the loud flirty Akari Watanabe, who's got her own crush on popular guy Minami Tenjin, who of course ends up paired with Shiori. Now we've got a love triangle hexagon square or whatever you call it.
動いちゃダメだよ。
かわいい。
I like when romance anime show chemistry from the start, but when it puts two opposite people together and then make them fall in love, I believe that to be peak writing. Akari starts off loud and flirty on paper, the kind of character you think you've got figured out in episode 1, and then she just doesn't stay that way. Fake married couple setups have been done 100 times, and this one still finds new ways to make the arrangement sting a little. Yes, Jiru needs a spine sometimes, but hopefully season 2 can do that. Season 2 ever gets done, that is.
すいません。いややってしまった。さすがに今のはキモすぎる。
ゆっくりでいいよ。ちゃんと聞いてるし。
Oh yes, time for the lonely otaku trope. This trope has pretty much faded out in recent years, but it's nice to see some tribute to the good old days. Takuya Seo is an otaku who sits behind two of the most popular gals in class, Kotoko Ichiji and Kei Amane. He figures they've got nothing in common with him until he slips up about his favorite anime one day, and Amane corrects him a little too accurately for someone who claims she doesn't watch it. Turns out she might be hiding a secret otaku side of her own.
お返し。ね。
Do you want to feel good romance without zero manufactured drama? Do you want gals who are actually kind instead of catty and rude? Do you want animation that looks way too good for a currently airing show? A lot of the gal shows try to create this huge power dynamic and make the girl way too abusive, but this succeeds because it doesn't fall into those tropes at all. And this is also a really good representation of gals in anime. So this gets a 10 out of 10.
俺も浅凪さんのことは嫌いじゃないけど、それはあくまで友達としてだし。そっちこそ勘違いするなよ。
はあ、私がいなきゃ寂しいくせに生意気な口聞いちゃって。
Maki Meihara never had an easy time making friends in high school until Umi Asanagi walked into his life. She's known around school as the second cutest girl in class, right behind her best friend Amami, but instead of hanging out with the popular crowd on Fridays, Asanagi chooses to spend them at Maki's place. Gaming, watching movies, reading manga, eating junk food together.
若いんだからたまにはスリルってやつを味わってみようぜ。
本当にいいのかな?
Asanagi might be my favorite female lead last season, and it's not close. What I love about this one is that nobody's performing for an audience. There's no forced meet cute, no manufactured rivalry, just two people comfortable enough to let an entire Friday disappear doing absolutely nothing together. This also blends slice of life and romance anime moments really well without pushing it too far into either genre, so if you love a calm romance, give this one a go.
水着だ。はい。今日はプールないよな。
Koyotaro Ichikawa looks like your average shy middle schooler, but deep down, he's fantasizing about murdering his classmate Anna Yamada in the most elaborate ways. But instead of being Jack the Ripper, he actually gets to talk to Anna at the library, and his cringe self disappears, and his simping self comes to play. And it turns out, Anna might have feelings for him too.
じゃあだいたい1キロちょっとか。
え？
私んちから。
The way the show turns, I fantasize about killing this girl into one of the sweetest romances of the year should not work. Yet, here we are. The reason why this has 2 outstanding seasons and a compilation movie on top of it is because the quality speaks for itself. Even though this is a shonen rom-com, it has that calm and quiet shoujo feel to it. And more than anything, it has way more moments than let the couple just interact instead of focusing on side characters.
こんなに優しい人なのに。まだ言ってませんでしたね。助けてくれてありがとう。
Time for Romeo and Juliet. Kyoko Private Academy is full of prim, wealthy young ladies, while Chidori High next door gets written off as a school for delinquents. And the two student bodies flat out hate each other. Ritaro Tsumugi, a Chidori student who looks terrifying but has a really good heart, meets Karuko Waguri at his family's passier. And she treats him like a normal person instead of just running off like everyone else does. Then he finds out she goes to Kyoko, and things get complicated fast.
今度は一緒に食べましょうね。ケーキ。
And here's my number 1, because nobody animates a slow burn quite like Cloverworks, and this is proof, even in a season where they were also busy with My Dress Up Darling and Rascal Does Not Dream. This is a Romeo Juliet setup, sure, but it's a setup done right. If you go here expecting some tension every episode, you're not going to get it. But if you want something wholesome, if you want to see the best girl of 2025 being best girl of 2025, then this is the show for you.